What's up everyone, it's Ken. Today we're talking about American cities that might not be the best fit for black singles under 50. Some places just don't have the right vibe or community, and it's important to know before you make a move. We're looking at diversity, social scenes, career opportunities, and that all-important sense of belonging. This list is a conversation starter, not a final word. So if you've got experience in these cities, drop your thoughts in the comments, grab your drink, get comfortable, and let's talk about where you might want to think twice before booking that one-way ticket. First up, Salt Lake City, Utah. With its stunning mountain backdrop and crisp, clean air, it's easy to see why so many people are drawn here. The city is known for its breathtaking natural beauty, and the outdoorsy lifestyle is a huge part of the local culture. But if you're black and single, the social landscape can feel surprisingly empty, almost isolating. You might find yourself scanning every room, every event, and realizing you're the only one who looks like you. The black population here is just 2 to 3%. So finding community, shared experiences, or even just someone who gets your jokes can be a real challenge. You might be the only black person at work, in your yoga class, or even in your dating pool. It's not just about numbers, it's about the feeling of always standing out, never quite blending in. The social scene is homogeneous, with most activities centered around the LDS church or outdoor adventures. If you're not into hiking, skiing, or church socials, it can be hard to find your tribe. If hiking and church socials aren't your thing, your weekends might be quiet. The city can feel like it's built for a very specific kind of person. And if you don't fit that mold, it's easy to feel left out. Dating can feel like being a cultural ambassador on every date, which gets exhausting. You're constantly explaining your background, your hair, your food, your music. Sometimes, it feels like you're on display. Interracial dating is great, and it can lead to meaningful connections, but the pool is tiny, and the cultural gap can be wide. Sometimes, it's not just about finding love, it's about finding understanding. Salt Lake City offers safety, clean streets, and incredible scenery, but the social cost for black singles is high. The trade-off between quality of life and quality of connection is real. You might land a great job and wake up to a beautiful view every morning, but also face profound loneliness and a sense of being perpetually on the outside looking in. For many, the lack of community and romantic prospects is too high a price to pay for the perks of mountain living. Salt Lake City is a wonderful place to visit, with plenty to see and do, but if you're black and single, it's worth thinking hard before you decide to call it home. Next up, we head to Boise, Idaho, a city that's often overlooked, but lately, it's been making headlines for its rapid growth and changing vibe. Boise is booming, with new residents arriving every day, drawn by its affordability, access to nature, and a laid-back, outdoorsy lifestyle that's hard to beat. But for black singles, the reality is stark. The numbers here are even lower than in Salt Lake City, making it one of the least diverse cities in the region. The black population in Boise hovers around just 1.5%, a tiny fraction that's hard to ignore. That means black-owned businesses, barbershops, and cultural spaces are few and far between. Sometimes, they're almost non-existent. The lack of diversity can lead to a real sense of isolation. You're not just a minority here, you're often the only one in the room, which can feel both lonely and exhausting. Everyday life can feel like you're under a microscope, with people constantly curious about your background. Dating means explaining your culture, your hair, your food, over and over again. The dating pool is more like a puddle, and the social scene is overwhelmingly white, centered around outdoor activities that might not always feel welcoming or familiar. Boise might be a boomtown for some, but for black singles, it can feel like a ghost town, especially when you're searching for community or connection. Sure, there are economic opportunities and a lower cost of living, but you have to ask yourself, what are you giving up in return? If a vibrant black community, cultural events, and diverse dating options matter to you, Boise is a tough sell. The city's growth hasn't yet translated into real diversity. Boise might offer you a job, a house, and a beautiful view, but it might not offer you a life where you truly feel at home. Now, let's head to Portland, Maine, a city that often surprises people who only know its name from the other Portland out west. This Portland is charming, scenic, and brimming with classic New England vibes. Cobblestone streets, lighthouses, and a working waterfront give it a postcard-perfect look that draws visitors from all over. But beneath the surface, Maine is one of the whitest states in the country, and Portland's black population is just 2 to 3%. Diversity here is limited, and that shapes daily life in subtle but significant ways. There's no sprawling black cultural district, and basics like hair care or soul food are hard to find. Black-owned businesses are few and far between, making it tough to access familiar comforts. When your culture isn't reflected in your city, it can feel like a piece of your identity is missing. Everyday moments, like finding a barber or a favorite dish, become reminders of what's absent. The social scene here revolves around breweries, indie music, and outdoor activities. While these are fun, they're not always the most inclusive or welcoming spaces for everyone, especially if you're looking for a sense of belonging. The dating pool is limited, and making deep connections can be tough. It's easy to feel like an outsider, especially when you rarely see people who look like you or share your background. You'll get friendly smiles and polite greetings, but that doesn't always translate into real community or lasting friendships. Sometimes it feels like you're always on the outside looking in. Portland, Maine is a fantastic place to visit, with its lobster rolls and ocean views. But moving here as a black single means facing a reality check about what daily life will really be like. It's peaceful and undeniably beautiful, but sometimes that peace can feel like isolation, especially if you're searching for a strong, vibrant community to call your own. Let's talk Des Moines, Iowa. It's affordable, friendly, and has a growing black population, about 11%. But the city can feel socially segregated, and the black community is tight-knit but small. The dating pool feels limited, and you'll quickly know most black professionals your age. Meeting new people outside your circle is a struggle, and the social life can feel stagnant. There are black churches and organizations, but nightlife and cultural events are limited. It's family-oriented, which is great if you have a family, but singles might feel out of place. Nice people don't always mean a strong sense of community. For black singles, it can feel like you're living parallel to the rest of the city. The support systems just aren't robust enough, leaving you feeling isolated. Des Moines offers comfort, but not always fulfillment. Next up, Fargo, North Dakota. You might know it from the movie, but for black singles, it's a different kind of drama. The black population is just 3 to 4%, mostly made up of recent immigrants. For black American professionals, finding peers is tough. You might be the only one in your building. Networking and finding mentors who get your experience is nearly impossible. The social scene is homogeneous, centered on local sports and bars. The dating pool is tiny, and the cultural gap is huge. Dating means constantly explaining your experience, which is draining. And the winters, brutal and isolating. Combine that with social isolation, and it's a recipe for serious loneliness. Fargo might offer opportunity, but it demands you sacrifice community and belonging. Now, Anchorage, Alaska. Rugged, beautiful, and surprisingly diverse for Alaska, with a 5 to 6% black population. But the real challenge is geographic isolation. You're far from everything and everyone. The black community is small and tight-knit, which is great for support, but tough for dating. If you don't click with the handful of available singles, that's it. The broader social scene is all about the outdoors. Fishing, hiking, skiing, nightlife and cultural offerings are limited, so you have to embrace a specific lifestyle. Moving to Anchorage means choosing solitude and self-reliance. You might find a small, welcoming community, but opportunities for dating and culture are limited. It's a place for the truly adventurous, but the social wilderness can be daunting. For many, the isolation outweighs the adventure. Last stop, Sioux Falls, South Dakota. It's growing, affordable, and family-friendly. The black population is just 2 to 3%, mostly recent immigrants. There's no deep-rooted black history or established cultural scene. You're starting from scratch. Professionally, you'll lack black mentors and networks that help you advance. Socially, the well is dry. Nightlife and black cultural events are almost non-existent. You have to create your own fun, which gets exhausting. The dating pool is a mirage, and the cultural divide is real. Sioux Falls may offer a job and a house, but for black singles, it's a place of scarcity. You might live there, but you might not feel alive. So, there you have it. 7 cities that can be tough for black singles looking for community. Everyone's experience is unique, and people build great lives in unexpected places. The key is to do your own research, visit, explore, and see if the city fits your rhythm. Your lived experience is the most valuable data you'll ever have. If you found this helpful, hit like, subscribe, and stay tuned for more. Until next time, stay safe, stay informed, and keep building the life you deserve. Former finance skirsa by Sesambura. If you need further tightening or adjustments.